can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat.
But nothing ever stopped me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting town. Yeah! On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine, 'cause I'm dancing with the rain. You will see me running, thinking I might be insane. I don't need no sunshine, you keep me going strong. I just need my happy face to keep me moving on. Looking out the window, reflecting who I am. No one ever stopped me, not even Uncle Sam. Life might be a struggle, life might be a fight, but I am here to show the world that I can make it right. On a bad day, on a good day, on a bad day, rain keeps raining.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all ready for this bad weather that's coming up the East Coast. Hunker down, everybody, because it's coming. Over here, we're just going to get some rain and wind, but up the coast of Florida and up in the Panhandle, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, you're all going to get hit. Hello, everybody. Good to see you in here. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button gently. All right, look who was the first one in here. Always waiting on Tom. All right. Yeah, I was in the bathroom and I can't help it. And Spike Man finally changed his name to what he does. Hello, Thomas. Good to see you in there. There goes Reggie. Good to see you in there. Jim, how you doing? And Joseph Hans, how you doing over there? And we got about 5 people over on the Wumble side, but they're all quiet over there. I wonder why. Okay, so Thomas is into O scale, and from that train show that I just went to, man, they had so much O scale in there. Dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. You wouldn't believe it. S scale and O scale is cheaper than HO and N. But tonight we're going to do train shows. We're also going to do the train show haul. Okay, there you go, Jeff Sykes. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Train show haul and a little bit at the workbench. Not too much at the workbench. I'm not feeling my best. My back is killing me. It's really bad, and the pain and spine doctor ain't doing nothing. They don't return my call. They're just ignoring me. So I'm going to have to find somebody else. I'm not from Michigan, so you're not saying hi to me. Where are you from? You up there in Canada, huh? All right, so I forgot to do this last week. I got so sidetracked. And I forgot to say thank you to everybody that supports me. And how you doing, Curtis? Good to see you in here. All right, so let me do this, and we'll get on with everything else here. Crank it up.
You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much.
Is Debbie talking?
I just caught Debbie. She's in the refrigerator sneaking the potato salad. I had to mute the microphone while I had that thing running. I caught her red-handed. Thomas, if you find me a nice O-scale locomotive dirt cheap, please find me one. Okay, October 5th, we're going to be going to D-Land. Probably there are going to be some there. And Sparky says, yep, up goes the tunes, yeah. And Larry Bogman, how you doing? Good to see you in here. Yeah, I did. I was just gonna announce that. I was looking for the thing on Facebook. I saw that earlier today. His wife had, I think it was stomach cancer. It was only like she was diagnosed 3 months ago, and she just passed away. So I was looking for it again on Facebook, but I couldn't find it. And Wigwag Workshop. Hey, Wiggy Waggy, how you doing? All right. Good to see you in here. All right, so we're going to have the train show haul, and I'm going to talk about my website. You can see what was pinned up in the chat wherever you put the chat. Let me see if I could find it here. Let me go back and redo it right here. Copy it over. Oh, let me get out of this thing right here and try this again, huh? And I'll put this up in the chat again. If you didn't see it, there we go. And let me put it over in on Wumble. Okay. All right. So that's what I wrote there. And if you have an organization that would like to be listed there, let me know in the chat, or send me an email at Workbench Wednesday. But let me put this up here so you can see it. That's number 2. Okay, that's right there. That's the home page. I updated the home page right here, and I updated this part right here where I'm doing Workbench Wednesday, what I'm currently working on. What pissed me off is I got an email on the 19th telling me that they they needed money to update it again. So I looked on there, and they already knocked it off, and they sent me the email 2 days after they knocked it off. So they're more than doubling their price for the service. So I'm going to have to look for another one. I paid for another 6 months, and they gave me 10% off, which is still high because it was $118 last 6 months. I guess I did it for 6 months because it was so high. It was $71. But when I first got it, they give you an introductory offer, and then the next year after that, it goes up, of course. But it was, it was less than $100 for the year. So it went up. It went up like 50% last year, and it went up another 50% again. So now, if I wanted to get a full year, it would have been $240 for a whole year, when last year it was less than $100. So that's getting ridiculous there. But so I told them in 6 months' time that I will be looking for another one. So they gave me 10% off this time. So we'll see what they give me off next time. I will be a vendor on October 6th, Kitchener Train Show, selling 50 locos, many rail cars, and some Bachmann track. All right. Is that the Bachmann track that you washed in the in your washing machine? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, thanks for putting that up there. Okay, we're going to get the train show pretty soon, but I'm going to do the train show haul. Yeah, same track. Okay, I'm sure it's nice and clean. I could vouch for that. Yeah, real clean. There you go. All right, so let me see. Where's this train show hall thingy? Okay, it's on a number here someplace. Okay. Number 6. Okay, so I got so many shortcuts here. All right, we went to the Villages this past weekend, and when I first got there, saw this one table there, and there was all these kits, some Sodom and Gomorrah, which I got too many of right now, so I didn't get any more of those. But you might have seen me eyeing a couple of them up, and I got this one here, the Campbell's. It's the H.O. Red Mountain Mine. It's an oldie but goodie, and I'll be working on that one eventually. I'm a sucker for wood kits. And then this one here, it is a Sugar Pine Models. Supposedly, I guess they're out of business. H.O. Courthouse. Right there, another wood kit. It's a laser cut wood kit. Let me see. It was only $10. Well, not laser cut. It's you have to slice it up to your own dimensions there, and they give you 220 grit sandpaper in there. Okay. All right, so cut it to your own dimensions. They do not make Campbell's links. They went out of business, but somebody else is selling their old stock. I think they bought out their stock. I'm not sure if they're still producing it, but I'll check. But then I had to go back and get this one here. This is a small tower in the town that I grew up at, right across the road. They had one of these towers in the middle of the street because the railroad tracks went down on a diagonal through the town in McKeesport. So a little watchtower all along the watchtower. I went back and got this. This one's another one that went out of business, STS series. I have another kit that I have to build from them. So that's the 3 kits that I bought. They had more, but I didn't have that much money to spend, and I didn't want to spend them on stuff that I probably would not do for a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I got 6 of these re-railers, code 83 for $10. So I couldn't pass that up. I could always use them. I bought some the last time too. But we'll be going again on October 5th to D-Land, and we'll get into that pretty soon. Yeah, kind of looks like a bird. Huh? Yeah, well, I could put it outside and use it as a hummingbird house, huh? And do they? Yeah, let me look and I'll see. Let me put this over here. Campbell's scale model. Okay, this is MRH Forum. Factory Direct Hobbies. Looks like you can still get them through Walthers and Trains and eBay. Trains and Scale, Campbell Scale Model Inventory. Okay, here's their Facebook page here. Okay. Let's see what they say here. I'm not sure when the last time this was updated. Yeah, here, this was on, when did they put this up here? 39 weeks ago. Does anyone have the contact information for Tom? I always enjoy what you share on Facebook. Are you producing models? Do you ship to Finland? The one business closed down at the end of March 2023. I was never the owner. I only sold their products. If you have questions about camel scale models, you should contact Duncan Campbell. He lives in Central Point, Oregon. Okay. So, well, that's that. But let's go back over here to the top. What they said on MRH forum. Okay. Doesn't look like, it's just, you know, people commenting about, you know, they building the kit. But let's take a look at Walthers. But I think they still have kits. Oh, I guess not. You know, they have it listed there, but sorry, couldn't find any kits. Factory Direct Hobbies. So, Factory Direct Hobbies, you could still get some stuff. Sold out. Okay, I guess not. Everything is sold out. So, the only place, probably the only place you're going to find it is probably on eBay. Let me see. Here's trains. They got a couple of things here. They still got a stock there at trains. Let me put that link up there for you. Well, they weren't sold. Yeah, they were sold way back then, but they recently went out of business. Somebody bought their stock, and what else do we have here? eBay. Here's an eBay seller. Yeah, you probably get the Best Buy. Here, let me give you this link here for this eBay seller. Okay, so that was about all of them there, but mostly eBay. Train scale. They got some in N scale. I'll put this link up there. Okay. I will have the Lionel New York City, New York Central 3000 Mohawk for Christmas. All right. Woohoo, nice Christmas present. Okie dokie. Okay, so here we go. Well, I hope that answers your question. If anyone is interested in the Union Pacific train, let me know. All right, there you go. Okay, so there you go. I didn't mean to get you sidetracked. That's okay. I have nothing better to do anyway. There you go. Put that up there. Okay. So I was talking about the links for my webpage. Let me get back to that right there. For the train shows. Oh, yeah, I was talking about, the price of it. So here's the links. And I put it up in the chat, and it's pinned up there also. But train shows. I got Amherst, I got Timonium, I got Golden Spike Enterprises, Greenberg, Train Collectors Association, Southern Division, NMRA, Sunshine Division, Regal Railways, Real Rails, and Suncoast Model Railroad Club. If you want me to add it to the list on here on my webpage, send me an email. Let me get it over here. To that QR code right there, or workbenchwednesday@gmail.com. Tom, I'm selling HO scale 6-piece Union Pacific train. I'll sell it for $40. I do Pennsylvania. It's Tyco. Okay. Well, maybe somebody will buy it from you on here, but I don't do Union Pacific. I do Western Pennsylvania, Maryland, stuff like that. B&O, Penn Central, and Pennsylvania. All right, but there's the QR code, and boop, boop. Let me get back over to the links right there. And you'll notice over here on the side, I used to have banner ads up here from Amazon and some other people, but unfortunately they discontinued all the banner ads, so I had to remove all those. So if you'd like to shop Amazon, there's the Amazon storefront right there, and even Amazon changed it, and I'll put this link up here. And do you know Eric Siegel? I watch his videos, but I don't know him personally. Okay, put it over there on Wumble also. But they used to have it. Now they put all my videos in there too. I do videos on there, but the ones I'm concerned with, Arduino projects over here, Influencer, and Studio. So Influencer is just, a bunch of the stuff that I use, not related to Arduino, but good stuff. Oops. Yeah, I don't know him personally, but I watch his videos. Oops. There's that. A lot of good stuff. Soldering stuff. A lot of other good stuff. Woodland Scenic stuff on there. A lot of things that I use. Oops. Here's some LGB and Bachmann G-scale stuff, and some books in there too. So if you purchase anything off of there through my link, then I get a small commission on it. It will help me pay for this damn website that keeps on going up in price. Here's the stuff that I use in my studio. What the hell is that? Womaner. How did I get that in there? I don't use that. How'd that end up on my page? Okay. And what else? What's the other one here? And the Arduino projects. Back in the days, Tyco was all I could get. Yeah, I remember getting Tyco at Woolworths. And here's the Arduino projects right there. Okay, I have a lot of O-scale friends. I have Chris RBP Trains and Eric's Trains and Peachy's Trains and Nick's Crossing. All right, good to hear. They help me with the hobby. I'm sure they do. Okay. So here's the Arduino stuff. And I'm going to have to, yeah, I keep on getting emails from Arduino. They got some new stuff up. So I'm going to probably have to do that anyway. So there's all the stuff there for my page. But here's the train show stuff right here. If, like I said, if you have anything, let me know and I'll put it up on that page. Okay. All right, so that's that. Let's get to the train shows then. All right, so Dothan, Alabama, September 21 and 22, NMRA Extravaganza. Oh, I should have knocked that one off because that was last weekend. This is the 25th already. Okay. I should have took that one off. Okay, DeLand, Florida, October 5th. Golden Spike Enterprises. We're going to that one there. All right. And Timonium, Maryland, October 12th and 13th. We're not going to that one. With they just hit me with the web page, which really sucked. And then car insurance, homeowners insurance, gas, all that crap. It's getting harder and harder to go to all these train shows. So I'm not going to be able to go to Maryland this time in October. And then at Clearwater, Florida, October 26th. That's a Regal Railway. And Gaithersburg, Maryland, November 2nd. That's a Golden Spike Enterprises. And Pinellas Park, Florida, November 3rd. That's a Zitnik Sidewalk Sale. And I almost forgot. I got these flyers. And Zitnik put out these flyers, and when I get on the bigger screen, I'll show them to you. I got a few more flyers to show you. Well, you tell me which one you want, and I'll take a look at it. Hey, Russ, rockin' O&HO Trains and Stuff. Good to see you, Russ. Okay, Pinellas Park, Florida, November 3rd, Zitnik Parking Lot Sale. We're going to that one. And Orlando, Florida, November 9th, Train Collectors Association. We've never been to that one, but Debbie said she'd like to go to that one, so we'll be going to that one. I want the 762284. Okay, let me write that down. How much is it? How much you willing to pay? How much of a commission you going to give me? 726-284. If I see one, I'll let the guy know, and I'll give him your name, or I'll send you his name. That'll work out that way. How about that? Okay. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, November 23 and 24. Train Fest. I keep on getting emails from Trains, or one of them places. I'll give you $40. Okay. Melbourne, Florida, December 7th. We'll see what I can find. That's a small one over there. We might not go to that one. And then Timonium, Maryland, December 7th and 8th. That's a Greenberg one. And Columbus, Ohio, December 7th. That is a Golden Spike Enterprises. And Pinellas Park, Florida, December 14th. Suncoast Model Railroad Club. We're going to that one. And they normally had one in October, but last year they had to cancel the one that they had scheduled in October because of a hurricane. And wouldn't you know, they they usually have it the same time that D-Land has theirs. And look at that, hurricanes going on the west coast of Florida again, so it probably would have been canceled anyway. So it looks like they didn't even schedule it for this year in October. So that's all the train shows that I got. All right. So I got a couple of videos here that I'm going to show you. And then we'll go over to the workbench. So here we go. There's one. And this is what they had in my neighbor's backyard. And the other day when we was getting ready to leave, they was creeping on down the street, so I had to wait about 5 minutes until they got out of the way. Yeah, I would have taken it longer, but and they were going so slow. Are you in the hurricane path? No, we're not in the hurricane path. It's out in the Gulf. We're in the central part of Florida. We'll just get rain and some winds. Yeah, cool power pole mover. Yeah, that one, it has an auger on it. And let me see if I can bring it up here and stop it. Machine that they use. It has an auger on it. It has outriggers on there so they could go in anybody's yard. And then it has an auger on it. And then a big old long extension on it where it could prop the pole up and drop it into the hole. And they let it sit there for a day. But that's a pretty cool thing right there. Reggie sent me a thing the other day. He says he's in a direct path of it. Yep, I seen it going up through North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, straight on up, hitting the panhandle of Florida also. Okay. No, Tom, I don't want a Lionel 726. I'll find one on eBay. Okay. And there's Kyle Stevens. Good to see you in here, Kyle. Hello, folks. All right. So I got one more, and that's what I did so far on this kit. To get to this point since I seen you last. Haven't done too much on it because after last Workbench Wednesday I took a couple of days off, and then we went to the train show, and then took a couple of more days off and worked on it yesterday and just a little bit today, cutting some pieces out. I wanted to paint some, but it got a little bit too windy this afternoon, so I didn't get a chance to do that. So here is it's a 6-minute video. So here's leading up to where I'm at right now. It's now time to assemble everything on this. I got the little bump out here. I had to dry brush yellow ochre on this because the red was a little bit too dark. And this is all peel and stick. Well, no, this is not. This part is not peel and stick. I just got to do the roof on here. Okay. Now these doors right here, these are tri-fold doors. This is all peel and stick, multiple pieces. I'll assemble those once I put everything together.
Okay, let me try and see if I can get this.
Windows that are peel and stick. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 pieces.
Is that better?
Each one of these, and the same thing with these things, right? These 3 tri-fold doors. Right,
Where are you getting an echo with that?
So once we get this all assembled, we'll be able to start doing the roof, put the tri-fold doors on, and then we'll work on the
Yeah, let me increase the.
Whoever owned this kit first.
Yeah, probably the last time I used this, the volume was really loud. Yes, echo.
This comes in one piece.
How about an echo now?
This back and the back part here, and I don't know why they cut this
Yeah, I had
into
to
3
increase
pieces
the
over
volume.
here, but this was all one piece, and then this piece glued on to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this back together. I'm going to
Can you hear me now?
this up here, and they put these on the back here, but I'm going to raise that up like that because it's like recessed a little bit. So we're going to glue this back together. That's the first thing I got to do before I do anything with this, and then I'll put the backing on, and I'll put a couple of braces in here. This one's okay right there, but then I'll have to put a couple more 5/32 bracing in here just to hold this into place while I'm gluing it. What I'm doing, I glued these 2 pieces together here, and then the back, or the vertical, the back part on. So I'm going to let that dry right now before I glue anything else on there. While waiting for the glue to dry over here, I cut all these pieces out and then sanded all these pieces down, and that gave this enough time to dry up a little bit where I could move these blocks over and start putting glue this sidewall on right here, and put the magnets in place to hold it steady and square till the glue dries up, and then I'll go on to this one here, and then the top part, the roof, goes 1/4 inch down. So just keep waiting for glue to dry. Alright, I got all the side walls glued in and the roof sections and some extra bracing in there, as you can see right there. And I started painting some details in there. I dye brushed some canyon orange over here and yellow ochre over here, and I can't find my sand, but I had some diluted sand that was really thin. It was way too thin, so it didn't come out too good right there. So I'm gonna have to, and unfortunately all the stores that carry all these folk art and Americana and whatever other ones, other brands, they're not carrying all the colors anymore. So used to have racks and racks and racks, and now all the stores are cut down to maybe like 2 to 3 racks. But here's what it looks like so far. I gotta darken this up, these bricks over here, and lighten this up a little bit right here. I don't think this is all going to be covered, so I'm not too worried about that. Then we got to put the trim up on the top of everything. So that's where we are with this right now, and it's getting close to late on Tuesday, so we'll see what we get done on Wednesday before the live stream. Okay, here it is, Wednesday afternoon, And we just brought in all our lawn furniture from outside. It's been a little bit windy. It's supposed to get windy tonight about 2 a.m. but a little bit too windy right now to do any painting. So let me show you what we got so far. I cut out all the things. This is all the trim right here for the top of these two flats right here. This is the rafters and the roof for the little bump out here. This I'll be able to do some this right here, and these rafter tails right here, I'll do that in India ink and alcohol. This is for the sign. I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave these there until I'm ready to paint it, and that also. So that's where we are right now. All right, that's where we are right now. Tom, I am being a little bit nosy. What is the old roundhouse kit behind your left shoulder? Is it built? You mean this one right here? It is a HON3 3-truck Shay. No, it is not built. I picked this up at a train show. It says $35, but I think I paid $25 for it. Here is the paperwork on it right there. Modeling roundhouse tips. Okay. So I have not dug into this box yet, but here is what the top of it looks like right there. So let me see what's underneath the white stuff. And all the goody stuff, and I just dropped the bottom plate. Oh, it's got the little can motor in it and everything. Oh boy, all the plastic parts. And I know I'm not going to be able to put this thing back in the box like it was. Thank you for asking. But it's all here. One of these days I'll get around to putting this thing together. Now I'm going to have to shake it a little bit to shake it up to get it all back in there. And this is what fell when I took the thing out. And so luckily I caught it with my foot before it hit the ground. So let me put this back in here. No, it's not built. It's another one of those kits that I bought that I have not put together yet. And I got a whole shelf of blue box back there that I have to put together yet too. Okay, so let me go over to the workbench just for a little bit, and I'm going to turn this mic off here, and because I got the microphone on over there. So I'll see you over there. We're going to just spend a few minutes over there. I have one, two. Okay, good to hear. Have you put it together yet? Okay, I'm over here now. All right. Nope. That's one of those kits that you buy. You say, oh man, I gotta have that. But you let it sit for ages before you do anything with it. Here's the roof right here. And I did it with khaki. And I let some of the white show through it. So, it's not all the way, but I'm just going to dry brush this like I normally do on the roofs with titanium white, and then after that, once it's dry, but not tonight, I'll put some black powder on it to soot black, this right here, so we can bring out the highlights even more. But here's all the parts that I have to do. That I have to hit that with primer, and then this stuff over here I'll have to hit with the India ink. I got to hit that with primer over there too. So, and here's the front right there, and I had to add a bracing right here. Now when they added a 3/16 inch bracing right here, but they said flush with the back, and they should have said flush with the front, because if it was flush with the front, that would have stuck out enough in the back to hold up the roof, because the roof is on a slant a little bit. So I had to put the 1/16 of an inch piece back there to hold up the front of the roof, 1/16 of an inch right here on the sides. And what I did was I cut an extra one here. I forgot about the had the beam, so these were too short, so I had to cut some more, and luckily I always have more 1/16 of an inch, so didn't have to worry about that. And these doors and windows, these are all peel and stick, and they were like 4 or 5 pieces, you know, that you put together. This one here too. And the frame around this window is 2 pieces on 3, and the window sill, and then the window itself. So a lot of detail on this little small thing right there. So, but what we're going to do, all we're going to do tonight is put dry brush the titanium white on here. And then I'm going to show you some of the flyers that I got from the train show. I forgot to show you that yet. And then we'll call it a night, because my back is killing me something terrible. Yeah, I keep calling the joint and spine doctor, and as usual, you have to leave a message. And I called him at the beginning of the month after they gave me something for the pain, which didn't work. Actually, it made my pain worse, and then made my ankle swell. They never called back. It would be neat to have a motorized garage door. That would be neat. Sometimes on these paint brushes I forget to clean them right away, and so they get a little bit stiff, but that's all right. I just had to throw away a few paint brushes, but I just, you know, whatever's left in the, you know, after shaking it up, whatever's left in the lid, that's all we need. And just we're just gonna you just want the white to fill in on the edges where the tar paper meets up. And so most of the paint ends up on the paper towel. Let's get up here. And we'll do the same thing with the soot. But what I do is, you know, I'll put some in the lid of the container and basically do the same thing. Put a little bit on the paper towel and then lightly rub it on the same way, like dry brushing it on. So it fills in, and every once in a while you'll get a little streak in there. It shows up a lot better when you use black. But I have black on a lot of these roofs and dark brown. And I had to borrow Debbie's khaki because mine, I just ran out of mine. I use it so much. Gonna have to get another can pretty soon until she tells me I can't use hers anymore. But there you go. That just adds a little touch of white in there. That's all it takes. And then you do the same thing with the soot, the chalk. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to wait for this to dry up a little bit. But this is Monroe models, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors of chalks. 6. 3 in this kind of container, and then 3 in the round ones. Light rust, dark rust, and I think mud. So they work pretty good. So that's what we'll do on here next. And hopefully, maybe by Friday or Saturday, the wind will die down so I can go out and put a coat of paint on this stuff so I can get going. And I also have to do the sidewalks on here. And I'll have to, what I did, because this is resin and they kind of bend a little bit. So what I did was lay them on the floor and hit it with the heat gun and then put my weight on top of it. I have a 8-pound iron, the iron clothes with. They'd put it on the stove to get it hot and use that. I just use that as a weight to flatten it out after I use the heat gun on it, and it works out pretty good. But you still have to wash this and then hit it with a primer coat before you dry brush the other stuff on it. I did this with Loft's Candy. If you want to look at, I think I have a short section on when I did Loft's Candy, how I did the sidewalk on there. And I think Bar Mills has a instructional video on it. They use different colors than I did, but it still looks the same. Let me see if I could find the sidewalk that I did. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what was the base coat. It might have been the camouflage brown, but I guess I used gray and yellow ochre on this one here. But this is what the finished one looks like right there. That was one of the sections from Loft Candy. So here's what it looks like before and then after. So it comes out pretty good. And I'm not one of those nerds that had a pocket protector and pens and pencils in my shirt pocket, but I used to carry this around in my shirt pocket with a pen and a notepad. I was a chief engineer in industrial laundry, and so always needed a ruler. And on the back of this, it has dimensions. And now I got to use my goggles equivalents, so it turns the fractions into decimals. all the way from 1/64th all the way to 3/64th. So it goes a 1/64th of an inch all the way up, and it converts it into decimals on the back. Oops. Oh. And I can't tell you where I got this, because I got this maybe about 30 years ago, or even longer than that. But it's got a neat little clip on it, you know, and I just used this the other day when I had to mark the back of this, because on the back you have to bring these roof sections down a 1/4 inch from the top. So what I did was just turn this over on the flat side. On the rounded side, 6 inches is not on the edge, but this scale starts on the edge. So you just go down to where 1/4 inch is, right. Okay, 1/4 inch is right here. Flip it over. Put that right there like that. And then mark your piece. Like that. You can also and you know, the other day when I was cleaning this off, you could see all the rollers that I have here. I'm a roller junkie and a paint junkie. But where did I put my short clear ruler? You could also do it with a clear ruler. It's easy too. Yeah, once you know, oh, here it is. Do it with a clear ruler too. Go to a 1/4 inch and mark it like that. That's why I got all these rulers around here, especially the clear ones, so you can see what you're doing. Okay, that's my tool tip of the day with the rulers and my nerdy pocket ruler right there. Okay, and here's the back of this thing right here. I bought this from El Puglisi, and El got it from some other guy, and the other guy put this together, but this was all one piece from the beginning, and I don't know why he cut it. This is 3 and a little short piece here. He made like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sections out of it. So he glued these little 4 sections here, and then glued strips over here, and so I had to glue it back together because, you know, there was a, you know, an indentation right here, so just to get that effect. So if you're ever buying something from somebody else, a used kit, open up the box. I saw that, but I didn't know that. I knew he put this together, but I didn't know he had already cut it apart, and I didn't pay close attention to the back. But I saw all the parts were there, so no big deal. All right. Russ, you're a tool junkie also. All right. Hey, T-Star, good to see you in here. All right. And Larry, good night, Larry. Yeah, I gave up the Arduino for a while. Yeah, I've been concentrating on the wood kits. I've been doing the wood kits since the first of the year, and I got sidetracked with them. Let me go back over to the main computer. Hey, turn this microphone back on. T-Star, how you doing? Good to see you in here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the chat on the laptop. It's real small. Yeah, the Arduino stuff, I haven't really done anything with it. I keep getting emails from people, and I have to go back and find, the sketches that I did and stuff like that to have a refresher on the stuff that I did. But I keep getting emails from Arduino, and let me see. Arduino website. They didn't give me Arduino store. Arduino home. Here we go. Arduino home. Okay, so yeah, they got a new Arduino 4, and I think I'm gonna get an Arduino 4 with the Wi-Fi. Oh, I gotta get into the USA. Let me sign in. It's annoying. Two-step verification. Order history. I haven't ordered anything in a long time. Okay. Okay, buy an Arduino. Okay. Let me see. Let's go to this way here. Products. Okay. Nano. Now, whenever you want to get to it real easy, when I'm on here, boards and modules. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's still showing euros on there. Usually asks you what country you're in, and it changes automatically. But anyway, it's got the little LED matrix right there where you could also program that. But where do you change it to the US? The automatic. I should change it to US automatically. Okay. Well, anyway, but it's not too expensive. But maybe next month I'll order one and play around with it and see what we can do with it with the Wi-Fi. All right. So there we go. All right. Oops. Okay, so let me do this. Here's train collectors. We pay cash, good price. Model trains wanted. 50 South Belcher Road, Suite 123, Clearwater, Florida, right there. There's the phone number and the Gmail account. Okay, and then the Villages got 2 train shows. One in December, which is a 4 or 5 day event, but it's the trains only, no vendors. And then in February is when they got the train show and trains and vendors. And then Mossy Oak Antique Mall. This is Bellevue, Florida. I always like to show all the stuff that I get. They have on the tables. And here's the Volusia County train show, October 5th. And I got a few more here. And I showed this one before. This is the Zitnik sidewalk sale, parking lot swap meet, free to the public. Local modelers and vendors sell their stuff there. Always good stuff. 14th annual train for Christmas. Saturday, November 9th. Sunday, November 10th. Rob's Hobby World. Let me see. Where is this at? Marion Oaks Community Center in Ocala, Florida. Okay. Way up there north of the Villages. And here's the Lake Nona TCA. That's the one we're going to go to. And then Regal Railway has a bunch of local ones. They're small ones, but we got Port Richey. We got, what other one do we have here? Clearwater, Florida. Debbie picked up 2 of every one of the things that were on the table. She likes collecting this stuff. And then we got the Melbourne Train Show. They got one December 7th. We got Regal Railway, Newport Richey. Here's another one. Scale Model Expo of the Villages. April 19th, 2025. Everglades Recreational Center. This is something new. I've never seen this before, so we're going to have to check this out. They got a Facebook group right there. Okay. Here's one. NMRA Sunshine Region Iron Horse 2024 Annual Convention, Thursday, October 10th, Saturday, October 12th. This is in Ocala. Right there. And here's another Regal Railway thing. Okay, so that's all the flyers that I got from the train show. Hey, Ken Amos Jr., good to see you in here. All right. So, okay, let me put all this stuff back over here. All right. Okay, if you get Arduino 4, you need 1K resistors and not 470 ohm when you do LEDs, or you'll pull too high amperage. It's not as robust as revision 3. Okay, thanks for that. Ooh, new version, yeah. It's been out for a while, but I've been neglecting. All right. Reggie says he's taking cover. Yeah, they said when I pulled up the National Hurricane Center, it says we should be getting the wind. Let me see. National Hurricane Center. Around 2 a.m. Here we go. So it's right there, right now, in between Mexico and Cuba, out in the Gulf, as of 7 p.m., 75 knots. So 75 knots, that's not a hurricane yet. No, I don't think so. So arrival time of winds. So for us, well, this says Thursday at 2 a.m. and it moved down a little bit. It used to be up where we're at. We're about right here. So it looks like somewhere maybe about 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. now. it must have slowed down a little bit. So, hey, Gary Chestnut, good to see you in here. We're just doing the hurricane watch right there. So let's get the cone here. The static image. Used to, on a static image, you used to be able to make it bigger so you could see it a lot bigger, but you can't do it anymore. But it keeps on moving west, because earlier it was like right over here in Big Bend. Now it looks like it's more over towards Tallahassee. Tom, how do you feel about using the boards on the layout like Ken Patterson uses? I'm not sure what Ken Patterson uses. I haven't watched any of his videos lately. So what kind of boards is he using? Here's the interactive map. Okay, here's the one you can zoom in on it. Yeah, so that's more even west of Tallahassee. So foam boards. Yeah, I got foam boards right here. I don't like it. Missed the Jad jokes. Yeah, where is that guy with the dad jokes? I haven't seen him for a while. So that's the hurricane. Yeah, it keeps moving up. So where's Reggie? Reggie's over here in North Carolina. Well, see, it's even moving out of North Carolina now, but you're still going to get the effects. So Friday, sometime Friday morning. But usually the worst part of the hurricane is on the west side, southwest side. So yeah, Bill Fusion that's who it was. Yeah, he was always telling it dad jokes. I haven't seen him for probably about 3 or 4 months now. Yeah, I use it over here, over there, most of the place. But on my modules all the way back here, I have it plywood. On my second level, it's plywood. I don't have any foam on it at all, as you can see up there. Let me get the other one. So you can see I don't have any foam there, but right here I got the foam. Let me cut it over here. So up on the second level, I'm not using foam at all, but on the first level, I got foam like right here, 1 inch of foam. On this level over here, when I first had it, I had 2 inches of foam, but I took the second layer off, so I only had one inch of foam. I'm not crazy about it, but I'd rather use the plywood and then the cork road bed, because you still use the cork road bed on that. I got a couple of totes of scraps of foam that I'm going to be using for mountains. I tried using it over on the first level way back there, but I'm not too crazy about it. I'll stick with the plaster and stuff like that. Hey, Waycross, how you doing? Going to be in Sunshine State weekend, and there is a short line there. First Coast Railroad goes from Yulee, Florida to Fernandina, okay. Fernandina Beach, okay, there you go. Really having problems with foam boards. I just don't like it. I'm an old school. Yeah, that's about all it's good for. You know, I like over here. Well, you can't see it from there. Let me see if I can get it over which view over here? Well, I still can't get it on that view. Let me turn the camera a little bit. Okay, so you can see the levels there. I go all the way down to the plywood where the, let me point it out. That's the plywood right there. And then the first level and the second level. I carved out the rocks, and I carved out the rocks over here. So, and then carved it out over way over on the edge too. So that it, you know, it carves really easy, and you could paint it, but I'm not really enthused about it. Wildfires changed the weather here in August. We had the weirdest August in 60 years. Oh my goodness. Yeah, foam is great for subterranean. And also, let me see, where else do I have it here? Okay. Under this building right here. All right. I don't think you can see it, but I have my Arduino and my servos set up there for all the turnouts in this section right here. I cut it out and placed it underneath there. Waycross, Tom, is your radius 22 inch or 24 inch? I use both, and sometimes I use 36 inch. On this corner over here, it was 22 and 24, but way in the back, I increased it to, you know, about 30 and 36, because I use those Traxetta radius tools. And then on this side over here, where's my finger? On this side over here, I increased it. This is about, the outside one is like 30 inches, and the inside one is about 28 inches. It starts out around 30 inches, and then it increases because it's a real gradual curve on that end. Let me see if I can get another shot at it here. Not that one. Let me turn this around again. A little bit more. Yeah, that camera is the easiest one to change. Now this one's like 28 and this one's 30, but you can see when it gets over here, I got a real big radius right there. I'm not sure what it is, but you know, it's real wide. I'll be using foam base on my layout when I start it, but the table will be wood bench work. I have made year-end kits from Foscale to model. A lot around the water and the mountains. Yeah, that's that's why on. Okay, I can't see my finger. Okay, I got to stand up for it. Hold on a second. Way back there, this area right here used to be 2 inches thick. weighing about, this whole section way back used to be 2 inches of foam, because I had this section is the only one that I had in my other house, and that's where I was having what did I have there? It was a coal facility, and so I needed the 2 inches to get down all the way to the plywood, and 2 inches for the main line, and then 1 inch for the coal siding. So that's why I had it like that. But then I just cut it out and decided to do the whole thing at 1 inch, and then raise it up with the Woodland Scenics foam. I was just curious because I have some small gaps between each module that I was thinking of covering with the foam. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, what I did, like over here, I mean, it's really close, and you really can't. I just fill it up with scenery. Over here on this side right here, I got a bigger gap, but I had like a 1/4 inch square piece of wood, and I just put it in between the two sections and then cover it up with scenery. So it just, fills in the gaps. $32 for 1 inch and $58 for 2 inch here in Maryland in my area. Wow. We can't even get 2 inch here. You can only find 1 inch. And Home Depot is the only place you could find it. The ones that they have at Lowe's, they have the aluminum coating on it, so you'd have to rip that off. What I noticed in Lowe's, man, the plywood is so damn expensive now. This plywood that I have right here, when I got it, well, this isn't plywood. This section right here is the small 1x3s that are glued together all the way back for 6 foot. But behind that is the 1/2 inch plywood. It's white plywood. And when I got it a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, I'd say, it was $55 for a 4x8 sheet. At one time, it was up to $98, during COVID, and then it dropped down to $50 when I got it. But now, I was just at Lowe's the other day, and it's back up to $68 for a 1/2 inch. And then the maple, I think that was $78 for a 1/2 inch. Kyle used cardboard strips covered in red rosin paper and coat with full strength Elmer's white glue. Remarkably strong. Yeah, that's what Howard Zane uses on his. I think he has, in his book, he explains how to do it. It works good, but I use the cardboard strips, and I used to use just plain this. I just soak it with plaster of Paris and put it on, so you wouldn't have to use the plaster cloth. But I got a bunch of plaster cloth when Hobby Lobby had it on clearance. It was like nine something for a roll of it, and they had it on clearance for about $2. So I picked up about 4 or 5 rolls of it, and I still got a bunch of it over here. But I use that also. But I use the cardboard strips, from the soda cans. You get the 24 cans. I just cut those strips up and crisscross it, and then put the plaster cloth or the paper towel over. Do people still board up windows for hurricane? Near the coast where the hurricane is strong. When I lived in Naples, when Irma went through, we had metal covers to put over top of our windows. But yeah, businesses usually cover it with plywood. Yeah, if I think Al Puglisi talks about it in one of his videos, but I'm pretty sure I got Howard Zane's book, and in his book he explains how he uses that in there. But I think Al Puglisi did a video on it also. I used to buy the plaster cloth from Michael's when they gave those 50% off coupons. Yeah, whatever happened to those coupons? I get emails that end up in my spam every day, but it's never for anything that I want. Okay. We get half, 1 inch, and 2 inch pink foam here, but I don't use it anymore. Only thing that we'll have from foam is roundhouse for service pits and nowhere else. That's a good idea. I'll have to check out Al's video on that. Yeah, he's got one there somewhere. Or, you know, get Howard's book. He explains it in there. I guess the video is a lot cheaper though. There you go. What else can I show you over here? I got a mess way in the back. Where's my finger? Okay, you can't see it from over here. That's the wrong camera. But anyway, you can see I need to start cleaning up everything back there. Oh boy. All right. I said I was going to cut this thing short, but it looks like I didn't cut it short, so I'm going to cut it off right here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Really appreciate it. I hope you learned something tonight. And probably by tomorrow, the hurricane will be heading over towards Alabama. Because it just keeps on moving further and further west. So that was a 7 o'clock one. I think they updated. Well, they should have had an updated one at 9 o'clock. Let me see what they got. I just they got 7:44. So maybe at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock they'll do an update. Okay. All right. So hunker down, Reggie, or anybody else in the path. You know, it just keeps on going further west. But everybody on the coast, they still, you know, getting a storm surge. So be careful. You're going to have winds and storm surge and a lot of rain and a lot of flooding. And, you know, when we had Irma, you could see before the hurricane came, everything went out. You know, on the Gulf side, everything went out, and when it came, and then it came back in and flooded. All right, so here we go. Let's bring on the swirly smoke.
Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry Mr. Can we leave this seat? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me there. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy.
Coming pretty soon.
Been traveling the lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Want that love?
Here it comes.
Back. Well, they left Columbus around 7. Oh, Lord, they hit Louisville about 9. And poor boy's heart started overheat, sending all of his love on down. For the night is dark and Lord is quiet. I've been traveling this lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Will that long old train back? For the night is dark and the sky is cloudy. Traveling on that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see me. For that long old train, won't you carry me? Oh,
Train, train, won't you carry me home? Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next week. Our Vita Zane. Farewell, goodbye. Ha ha. So long.